The 80s were cool. But who would have thought they would have taken a 1916 coin and put it's a verse on a brand new silver bullion coin? In 1986, the US Mint began striking gold and silver bullion coins, and it's been quite a while since they had done this. But we're not interested in the gold bullion coins in this episode. We're going to be talking about the silver coins, or the American Silver Eagles. The American Silver Eagles' real origins began in January 1985, when House of Representative member Frank Annunzio introduced a bill authorizing the minting of commemorative coins for the centennial of the Statue of Liberty. This bill was called the Statue of Liberty Ellis Island Commemorative Coin Act. The bill passed the House March 1985. The real creation of our wonderful American Silver Eagle came when the bill was sent to the Senate. Republican Senator James A. McClure from Idaho introduced an amendment to the bill in June 1985. This amendment was called the Liberty Coin Act. The Liberty Coin Act authorized the Secretary of the Mint to mint and issue to the public $1 silver bullion coins. These coins were not intended for circulation. They were primarily for bullion purposes. But I find it interesting the huge gap in between time since the last time the US Mint made a silver dollar. And the last one was the peace dollar, and it was issued up until 1935. So you had this huge gap in time, 1935 to 1986, for another real silver dollar. The American Silver Eagle kind of has a hodgepodge on the design factor. On the obverse is something old, and on the reverse is something new. On the obverse is depicted Adolph A. Weinmann's Walking Liberty half-dollar design. Now, the Walking Liberty half-dollar was in circulation from 1916 until 1947. Also located on the obverse are the words Liberty across the top, the mint year at the bottom, and the motto, In God We Trust. The reverse shows an eagle with arrows in its right talon and an olive branch in the left. A shield actually drapes the chest of the eagle. The reverse was designed by US Mint sculptor John M. Mercanti. Mercanti's eagle is based on a commemorative gold issue he designed several years back. Located in the lower part of the coin are the words 1 ounce fine silver $1. The mint mark for the American Silver Eagle is located underneath the olive branch. Above the eagle are 13 stars. Across the top of the reverse of the coin is United States of America. Now let's talk about some of the specifics of the American Silver Eagle. The coin itself has been minted from 1986 until the present. It's 99.9% silver with a very small amount of copper added to it, or it's 0.9993 silver with 0.0007 copper, and it's actually 1 ounce of silver. Its weight is 31.101 grams, and it's available to collectors and also bullion as a proof, uncirculated, and burnished uncirculated. The American Silver Eagle mintage can be kind of confusing to a lot of different people because they've swapped out in different places where they've made them. And we're going to go over all this in the video so that you understand and know where your Silver Eagle is coming from. Well, the mints that have made the American Silver Eagle are the Philadelphia, the San Francisco, and the West Point facility. Now, the proof coins were made from 1986 until 1992 at the San Francisco Mint. From 1993 until 2000, they were made at the Philadelphia Mint. And from 2001 until currently here in 2009, proofs have been made at the West Point facility. Now let's talk about the uncirculated coins because they can get even more confusing. From 1986 until 1988, the Philadelphia Mint only made the uncirculated bullion American Silver Eagles. From 1989 until 2000, both West Point and the Philadelphia Mint were making the uncirculated American Silver Eagles. And since there's no mint mark on the uncirculated coins, it's impossible to tell whether one coin came from West Point or one came from Philadelphia. But from 2000 until currently here in 2009, West Point is the only facility that's making the uncirculated American Silver Eagle. Now, West Point is also making the uncirculated burnished coins. Now, the burnished coins are a little different because they do have a mint mark underneath the olive branch, and it's normally stamped as W. And they've been making these since 2006. Now let's move on to talking about collector coins, because the American Silver Eagle series hasn't been out that long, so it's really hard to determine what will be a collector and what will not. Well, let's start off with some heavy hitters. And I want to thank APMEX again for sending these coins over for this, because without them doing this, I would not have these on the show. And we'll talk a little bit more about APMEX at the end of the show. In 1995, the United States Mint decided to release a 10th anniversary proof set commemorating all the American Eagles, pretty much all the ounce, a gold eagle, the fractional amounts, and the American Silver Eagle. But all these coins were minted at the West Point facility. Now, looking back, all the proof coins that were made for the American Silver Eagles were made in the Philadelphia Mint in 1995. And what did this do? This created a very rare coin out of this, because the US Mint was only offering the 1995 W proof in this commemorative set. And they did it for about $1,000 when they came out, and they went very quickly because they only made about 30,000 sets. So this created an extremely rare coin, and it's the most expensive American Eagle out there, because now I think you can't find one for less than $4,000. Another really cool collectible type coin that you might want to look at as a collector is a current error. Actually, it's kind of a back a year error, considering this is made in 2009. But it's the 2008 burnished coin. Now, the burnished coin was made at West Point, so it has the West Point mint mark on it. The problem with this coin is they screwed up on the reverse, and they screwed up with a font on the reverse. But what happened was, from 1986 until 2007, the U in United was a sans serif font. It didn't have a little foot on the end of it. Well, in 2008, they decided to change this, so they made it with a serif font. Well, what happened is some dies got mixed up, and a reverse from 2007 was used on a lot of the burnished coins. They estimate 50,000 were created using the 2007 reverse with the sans serif. And so this created this cool error coin that has gone from being not really known for a while to being known, and the price just keeps jumping up. So you might want to invest in this coin if you're a collector, because possibly 25 years from now it will be worth a lot more than what it is right now. And the last of the high-end collectible type coins that you might want to look at as a collector is the 2006 20th anniversary of the American Eagle program. Now, why wasn't this in 2005, since the 10th anniversary was in 1995? Well, what they did is they said that the 2006 is when the coin was actually released, and they used the 1995 for when the program was actually started, or something like that. They make it kind of confusing, but it's the US government, so we might as well expect as much from them. But in the 2006 20th anniversary set, there are three coins, three silver American Eagles. The proof, a reverse proof, and it also has a burnished uncirculated coin. The really nice thing about American Silver Eagles is they're very affordable for collectors and also bullion people that just want to buy bullion to have. Each coin is guaranteed by the United States government, which you do not see that on other silver bullion coins out there. There have been 180 million United States American Silver Eagles made. Now that might seem like a lot, but considering the fact some of the circulated coins go into the billions, it's really not that much. And they're also, like I said, very affordable. Anyone can collect them. You can even get mint state 70 American Eagles at a very reasonable price. collecting American Silver Eagles uncirculated, you definitely want to go with the lower mintage. Like 1994, uncirculated, they made about almost 4.5 million coins. In 1996, they made about 3.6 million. In 97, they made 4.2 million. Now, for bullion purposes, 2009 is a great way to go. 2008 coins, they actually kind of ran out, but they're still available, and they made a whole bunch of those, but they're great to have. And if you're a collector too, you definitely want to get you a tube of 1986 or 1991s. Now, the US Mint, when they sell these, they don't sell them directly to collectors for bullions, just the bullion coins. What they do is you'll have to purchase them from a dealer like APMEX. They come in tubes of 20, or you can buy them singly. And if you buy 500 coins, they come in this giant thing called a monster green box. Now, if you're like me, I like to collect the American Silver Eagle proofs because I like the proof coins. Now, you can buy these slabbed if you want to, but as for myself, I like to just get them certified from the US Mint. They come in their own little case with a certificate of authenticity, and most of the time they're either going to be 68 to a 70 in mint state anyway, so there's really no reason to buy a slabbed coin. Now, you want to look for a low mintage on the proof coins. 1994 is going to be your key date. They made about 372,000 that year. Also, 1993, they made about 403,000, I think. 1996 is another low mintage, and 1995 is another low mintage. And of course, there's that 1995 West Point one, which is, they only made about 30,000 sets of those, but those might be out of your price range. Well, guys, we've talked a lot about the American Silver Eagle. We've talked about the history, and I hope I have enlightened you as to the history behind this coin, because there's not much out there. I mean, it's a relatively new coin, but it's great to know the history behind something when you're holding this beautiful coin in your hand. We've talked about things to collect on them, the cool errors and everything that you might want to definitely go check out and purchase. And I'd also like to thank APMEX for sending these over courtesy. They're a great company. They've given me this great coupon code right here. They'll give you a percentage off your purchase. So if you buy from them, definitely use the coupon code because it's really worth it. And I really love those guys. They're just awesome at what they do. Well, guys, keep checking your spare change because you never know what you might find. And I'll see you on the next episode of Spare Change.